We are many. Those that live beyond the veil of darkness where nightmares are born. Sanity knows no bounds, and men's thrives on the suffering of the dead. Rot in the solace in the souls of the weak. We have taken refuge here among the mortals in hope of a harvest from our innocence. Tread lightly in the search for the voices and stories of the departed. For in shadow hides the evil that lurks within. As the light dies and slowly becomes night, the realm of spirits rule the world. In the darkness of your mind hides your own hidden demons, and brings to life your deepest fear. Do you have what it takes to speak to the dead? Do you accept your own mortality in the search for life after life? Have you ever seen a ghost, spirit, or demon? Have the lights flickered and the room became as cold as death itself? Maybe you have. Maybe it was your own subconscious preparing you for death. Come spend some of what's left of your own existence in our search for the answers that are hidden behind the veil. Shed off the blinders and open your mind's eye and listen to their stories. We are they. We are Incarnate Paranormal.
And what is up, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Monday to you. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Like I said, apologize. There was no stream yesterday. Yeah, I just didn't have it in me. There's no other reason. And this camera is crooked. Don't know why, but there we go. That's better. Yeah, I ended up sleeping most of the day yesterday, trying to kick all this caffeine. I used to just caffeine fanatic. So, yeah, my body's adjusting. So, I'm basically sleeping a lot through it. So, I'm missing something tonight. So, let me fix that real quick. There we go. Got the light on the mic. Beyond that, not much. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your weekend after the show Saturday. We did finish Explicit 1 in the infirmary. Really wasn't much. We got a few EVPs. But we are at 88 EVPs. Yeah, 88. Still on night 1. Starting our 6th recorder. I went ahead and chose Milkweed recorder for night 1 in culinary. We do know... Yeah, night 1 there wasn't so much investigating in there, but I know there's going to be activity. Even when we leave recorders just sitting there, we get EVPs. This is like as close to 7 hours again, 4 sections. I think there's 4 sections to this recorder. I'm not worried. We're still well ahead of where we should be. And yeah, like I said, after this, I think we're going to work our way up on the recorders. Next, we will do the recorder that was left in the hole. Then after that, I don't know. We're going to play this by ear, guys, depending on how we're feeling and just whatever. I know one of the recorders had an audio problem. I was trying to figure out which one. I don't know if it recorded. If it did, it's extremely low. So we're going to try. So that'll mean we had problems with 2 recorders. Which I anticipated. But still, even if we have a problem with 2 recorders, 2 nights, we're not going to not beat 469. What I need to do is put a counter up at 469, put the 88 in, count down from there to 0 to when we beat it. That might be a little something to do. But anyways, guys, hope you got someplace comfortable to sit, something cold to drink, got your headphones on. Hope you're ready to find some EVPs tonight. That being said, guys, let's get started. Let's catch some ghosts tonight. No fighting in the mess hall. All right, this is Milkweed Recorder, Nevada State Prison, Incarnate Paranormal. This is the third visit being left in culinary on the third table. Third table on the second cage. Did we already get our first EVP? There's 3 voices here. One might be Chris, though. One might be Chris. Let's, I just want to make sure. Do some vocal enhancing here. Low. Let's bump this up, I don't know, 5. Okay, that's one of us. We're gonna have to amplify that more. That's just not gonna do it. It's a bad thing about culinary, as open as it is, it's easy to miss something. All right. Okay, we've left culinary, so anything from here on out will be evidence. You can see. Okay. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of quiet time on this recorder. Need to be kind of hyper-focused. And being that about 4:30 in the afternoon, so we're getting into the dinner hour for what the prisoners would have came down for. Come down for their evening meal. Yeah, so this should be recorded this year is set up during a more active time for the prison, as last year it was set up at night. So hopefully this is going to play to our favor. NSPS TV, how you doing tonight? What the shit? Sounds like something rustling. That's kind of odd. Where this is at, there should be no outside interference to the microphone. It was not windy, so the breeze doing this is impossible. Nobody's in the building right now. Huh. Some kind of rustling. I don't know, guys. This is evidence. Huh. I'm going to save this as unknown rustling. Gonna mark that as unknown rustling. I have no idea what it is. I'm gonna send it off to Susan or Chris in Nevada State Prison, see if they can debunk that. Uh, I've the past 2 years I have not heard that noise coming out of culinary, so I honestly just don't know. So let me play this a couple more times while I get it written down. It almost sounds like it's a drop cloth, like the plastic drop claws you use when you're doing construction. It almost sounds like that rustling, but there's nothing in culinary that would make this sound. We'll have to wait and see when I was running GoPro, we'll have to check the GoPro to see if there might be something that I missed, but I doubt it. There it is again. Awesome. Sounds like napkins rustling. I cannot identify this sound. I'm sorry, guys. This is going to bother me all night. Because I have these set to where there should be no static on them whatsoever. Unless something's rustling up against it, I just don't know. These weird ambient sounds. They're just. You never know what sounds you're going to get out of this prison. The fact, when we were analyzing last night's cells, 5.5 hours of cell doors shutting. And even one of the docents said there's not that much residual energy there. They even said we've never heard that much. But that is the sounds of the cell doors slamming. So literally we have a 6-hour EVP. When have you ever heard of something like that? Again, that sounds like sticky soled shoes. That sounds like somebody has sticky feet and they're taking a step. If you've ever heard somebody walking through something sticky on concrete floors, you almost get this sound. That I swear to God, that sounds like somebody with sticky shoes, like they walked through something sugary, like somebody spilled soda on the floor and it just sat there for a while. We counted one of them. We're not going to count them all. And the fact there were murders in culinary, I don't know. I don't think that's an EVP. I do not think that's an EVP. Actually, what I think this is Chris, Joe, and I walking by after setting the recorder in the hole, which will be the next recorder we do. It's basically just a room carved into a mountain with a steel gate. I think that's us walking by outside, and we're far enough away that it's just picking up our voices. So I don't think that part's paranormal. I'm gonna go ahead and debunk that. That, on the other hand, that's full on footsteps. Yeah, that one is actually full on footsteps. Maybe, maybe. Let's clean this up a little bit. I'm going to stand corrected, guys. I'm going to stand corrected. This is not footsteps. As much as I want that to be evidence, I'm going against my judgment here. I think that's explainable. And that's crazy to me. There's so many ambient sounds. How can it not be paranormal? Because they're kind of repeating. It's a calm day outside. There should not be anything to disrupt any kind of evidence. So I don't know, guys. This might be a tough recorder. West Coast Paranormal, how you doing tonight? The recorders I used on this investigation, the Zoom H1Ns and Zoom H3 VRs. I also had a Zoom H1N Pro, a Tascam Portacapture. The H3 VR you can set it to mono, stereo, 5.1, ambisonic, or binaural sound. It's got 5 different sound settings to it. So I record in ambisonic. Why? I think it just personally gets a wider natural range, so you can hear everything going on around it. That's pretty much what I carried the entire night. Next investigation, I'm going to have 2 or 3 of these set up in very active areas. These are actually the most sensitive microphones out of all the recorders I've ever used. The good thing about like the Zoom H1Ns, Zoom H3 VRs, you can really get in and amplify them a lot before they distort. Now, I'll do a little test for you here. This is already amplified about, 9 decibels? So you know about the Zoom H1Ns. You can really get in and do some shit with them. Then all the settings on them for whether you want to do in WAV or MP3, always record in WAV. I use 44.1 at 36,000. Takes up a lot of memory, but you get that full natural sound. You don't get all the filters. Like, this is my original recorder that I investigated with. I've got like 8 of these. This isn't my. Is this my original one? No, this is number 2. I've got another one of these. It's been on literally every single investigation that I've ever been on. Granted, they only get about 6 hours of audio, but they're nice. It's just cleaning them up and amplifying that sucks. What is that? It sounds like somebody rustling around. It really does. Yeah, I did a live EVP session with the H3 VR and a pair of in-ears, and I'll tell you, it's very disorienting. Disorienting. There we go. It literally, you're hearing everything going on around you, and it's tough to do. But I think I'm going to do more live EVP sessions starting on the next investigation. I just need a better pair of in-ears than what I was using. The treble on it was just so loud. It was very uncomfortable. And Sarah, I see you snuck in. How you doing tonight? All right, West Coast, I'll be here for a while. At least another hour. West Coast, I just left the Warren Legacy Foundation. Congratulations on being accepted. I left it, what, about 3 weeks ago now. Reasons I will not go into on stream. But I will say there are a lot of amazing people with that organization. There are a lot of great, great people. A lot of very intelligent investigators. A lot of very intelligent people. I don't get this rustling sound. There is nothing that should be causing this. This is driving me nuts. This has been going on for, almost 17 minutes on this recorder. So log on your page. The reason I searched them out to begin with. My recorder is quiet. There shouldn't be static. What you're hearing here is it's picking up from the background. You're hearing slight static because I had to amplify it. Like you're hearing that low shh. I have to amplify it so much so everybody else can hear it. And the EVPs will come through a lot clearer. I mean, here, I want to show you something here. We're going to take a section here, and we're going to go -8. Okay, this is how it should normally sound. This would be natural. So to catch an EVP in this, nearly impossible. So it's actually only amplified about 8 decibels. So very minuscule. But the white noise you're hearing is coming from outside. Because Nevada State Prison's actually a very outside the gate, very active area. You got a freeway 100 yards away, and you've got a street about 20 yards away. So some of these punches and static shouldn't be. Like this sounds like paper or plastic kind of being shuffled. It almost sounds like wind hitting a plastic drop cloth, which there's nothing like that in the prison at all. And let me see if I can find it real quick. Okay, this is culinary. Get a better picture here. That's entering culinary. And this is the second cage. Back in this second cage is where the recorder is actually set. The closest airport is in Reno, about a 30-minute drive away. So you're going to hear aircraft going over, and they're just descending into Reno. But as far as a small airport in Carson, I don't know. But you are going to hear prop planes going over quite often, like you are now. So it's right near the freeway. You're going to hear prop planes going over. But still, that wouldn't cause something like this. That's coming from inside that room. Mind you, this is all coming from inside Culinary. There's nobody in this building right now. This is all interior sound. So what the hell is causing it? I don't know. That's why I'm not counting it. It's not windy out. What's causing that slam? It's just odd. You know, like with analyzing all the recorders that were up in execution. The tough part was when the tires would hit a rumble strip or a certain part of the highway, it hummed inside the walls and it would actually make it sound like it was an EVP. Debunking it was a pain in the ass. But once we got used to the certain tone it put off, it made it easier to debunk. But getting to that point, it's like, yeah, we got a voice here. No, we don't. The more you slow it down, the more you clean it up, it doesn't change anything. It's just the same tone. Then you get down to that slowdown, it's like, yeah, that's just a rumble strip on the highway. Nothing special, nothing out of the ordinary. But again, that's Nevada State Prison again. Yeah. So literally, like right off to the left, you've got a road that kind of bends around. Then right on the other side of the road, about 50, 60 more yards out, is the highway. So right now we're in this building right here. Right on the bottom right side, right above the flag. That's Culinary. I'm actually surprised we have not got any EVPs yet. Like last year by this time, while this is playing, I can do this. This is last year. Where are we at in Culinary? Let's find Culinary. Night one, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had 14 EVPs. Night one in Culinary last year. Night 2, we had Night 2 we had 23. So almost 40 EVPs in 2 nights off 2 recorders. Granted, we got another 6 hours of audio to go through. I don't think we're not going to catch something. So if you're listening, you can hear traffic on the freeway. And the fact this recorder can pick it up from that far away is amazing. Shows you how sensitive these recorders actually are. And the funny thing is, this thing's a whole lot more sensitive than the H1. It's like 10 times more sensitive. And Deds is here. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. And don't worry, you haven't missed much. You missed footsteps and some unknown rustling. The rustling we're still trying to figure out. Stupid busy? Believe me, I feel you. Exact same. We've been trying to figure out this rustling. And it looks like we got another patch of it coming up right behind my head. Actually started culinary tonight, so we're gonna see what happens here. Sitting at 89 EVPs. Kind of like to get to 100 over the next couple nights. From where this recorder was in culinary, over in that second part of the cage, there's no way the breeze came through like that. Like I said earlier, it sounds like it's hitting some kind of a tarp. So I honestly do not know. It's No, nobody was in the building. I don't even think that other paranormal team went in there. Not that I know of. We'll have to find out. But where that recorder is at, on the table facing back towards the kitchen, there was no breeze in that building. Got to remember that's kind of back in a odd area to where unless the breeze was coming directly, there were some that were outright afraid of culinary. Yes, there were. You had your first real experience in culinary. So it's everybody usually has their first experience in culinary. Yeah, you did. And just think next year you can go off on your own if you want to. You and your girl go trailing off by yourselves and see what you can get. You know what's there, so you know it. Just be warned. If she joins you next year, be careful going into execution. Because remember, Eddie Cole does not like women. Oh, I guarantee there'd be some crazy stuff. Send her up there with Susan and see what happens. Send her straight up there with Susan and be like, okay, you get to go with one of the docents. Let the women go off together and just let them have a ball. That's kind of why you want to keep these recorders around. See what kind of evidence you get. Because remember, we had Sim's recorder up there on night 3 when they went up there. When all the women went up to women's, we had the digital recorder. I had it back in that back sitting room. Or that holding cage. Again. I honestly do not know why we've got no true EVPs out of this. We basically had, this unknown rustling. And we had some footsteps that. Actually, I want to backtrack real quick to see what, since you're here, I want to get your ID on this one. Okay. Right here. This sounds like footsteps. Vexus, that's what I'm thinking. See, what it sounds like to me, it's not only the shuffling of the feet, it sounds like, everybody's done this. Rubber soled shoes on sticky concrete. People have spilt soda, food, whatever it is, and you get that film of stick on the floor, and you get that that crackling, sticky sound when you walk. So it sounds like that shuffling as their feet are sticking to the floor, is what it sounds like to me. No, it's not Brent walking. This ain't Brent walking. Nobody's in the building. Nobody's been in the building at this point for about 6 minutes. So I got both of you guys confirming it. We're going to go back, and I'm glad I went back and saved this. So give me a second. All right. That actually makes number 90 for the prison. So we're at 90 on starting recorder 6. That's not bad. So let's get back up to where we were, which was about right there. So yeah, we're at 90 pieces of evidence on the 6 recorder, starting the 6 recorder. Recorder 6 of 18, night 1. You know, I'm not going to be surprised at this point if we get close to 900 EVPs. Susan's going to have a book to read by the time we're done with this. Well, Susan, Chris, Joe, all the docents are going to be like, what the hell, Brent? No, it's not what the hell, Brent. It's what the hell, Brent. What the hell, Joe. That's how both of you guys were guilty of this. You think we're going to get over 1,000? Yeah, seriously conservative. I said we'll probably get 700. And I think I'm probably going to stick close to 700. For the simple fact, that's only 300 more than, the previous year, because we had an additional night. So if we hit 7, I'll be happy. Shit, if we hit 5, I'm going to be happy. But I think we might hit 300 before the end of night 1. Because remember, we still got to go through the GoPro. We still got to go through the hole. We still got to go through what? Just a whole bunch of slew of other recorders. It's gonna be interesting. But at 90, freaking 90 already. And this is where we should be getting evidence, is right about now. And all the recorders not such that we're going to blow past year's numbers out. Oh, we're going to blow it out of the water. We're going to blow it out of the water by midway through night 2. If not the beginning of, about midway through night 2, we should beat it. Because remember, we have 7 more recorders than we did last year, plus 2 additional GoPros. So 7, 14, 21, 20, basically 21 nights of recorders, or 21 sections of recordings to go through, more than the previous year. The only thing I was going through the H3 VR, it only recorded about 3 hours of audio. On night one. I don't know about night two or night three. I might have bumped the stop button. I don't know, but I'm not worried. I'm not that worried. My H3 VR. I'm not too concerned. But the GoPro didn't record all the video either. Because I had that sucker on for 6 hours. So unless it compressed it, which that shouldn't affect the time, I don't know. Right? That sucker dropped right on the cage. Well, I have been commenting on Zoom's page on Facebook that they keep posting like, "Oh, this H1N's one of our best, most popular recorders." It's like, yeah, I have like 13 of them that I bring on my paranormal investigations, and I leave them everywhere, and they pick up everything, and they're like, "Oh, that's cool." It's like, well, if you guys want to sponsor, you can always send me, 10 or 15 more of them. That way you can cover every building, every possible angle of that prison. Just hit record and walk away. You can have recorders for days. Zoom, the official recorder of Incarnate Paranormal. Yeah, same here. H8's the one you were carrying, right? X8 was what you're carrying. Okay. I honestly can't wait to see what we got in the hole with the H4N Pro. I know it's kind of exposed to the elements because the gates open to the outside, but I'm honestly can't wait to see what we got off that in the hole. I'm not expecting too much, but it's going to be interesting to see. We covered a lot of ground. So right now should be about dinner time for the prisoners. We're 40 minutes in, yeah, about 5:15, 5:20. So yeah, this should be dinner time for them. We should be getting residual EVPs. We're You hear soup slurping noises. If I hear any kind of noise like that, it's gonna be like, "Yep, this is good." Mind you, we're only 40 minutes into the first 2 hours. And we got, what, 4 sections on this recorder, I think? Yeah, we got, let's see, one. Oh, come on. We got 5 sections to this recorder. 2 hours, 4. That's 4 hours, 8 minutes. 6 hours, 12 minutes. 6 hours, 12. 31 minutes. Seven hours of audio. So we've literally got 7 hours of audio on night one. Because I think this was the last recorder we picked up on night one. That's coming from inside. I don't know what this is. That beats the shit out of me. So, Vexus, did you investigate your fishing hut, your little ice house? You bought a different one. Nice. That's definitely sounds coming back from the kitchen. funny thing is, these sounds are repeating. Same patterns, same frequencies. I don't know if this is not residual energy. Shake your fist in his direction. Like, okay, let's get that cleaned up. Okay, I don't think that's going to do it. Let's go over to noise reduction instead. Okay. Okay. Know where we got to be, so let's try this a tough way. Nope. I'm afraid this is going to make it hollow. Okay. There's left. Right. Apply. Okay. Let's see if this did anything. Okay, that didn't do shit. Okay, it kind of takes it away. That means we can debunk that. Okay, good thing I debunked that. That sounds like us coming back down from setting up. Yep. It was a voice, but it was one of us. That, on the other hand, is not one of us. That sounds like a whine to me, like a no. That sounds like a whining no. Like somebody's like, no, don't kill me. This might be good. 5 ought to do it. What do you guys think? Yeah, right? Right, Neds? Uh, why'd I do that? Because that actually worked. Now I can go in, do some more vocal enhancing. I hear a no. That's exactly where I'm going with that. I hear a no 100%, and that's like a no, like a scared no. That's like that. I'm getting ready to die no. That's kind of where I'm going with that one. All right, let's get that saved. All right. At least that's our first actual EVP. What the hell? Okay, that's just a squeaky gate. Sounds like a little kid for a second, but it's like, wait a minute. That's a squeaky gate. We do know there is a spirit, or what we think is of a child there at the prison, back from Warm Springs Hotel, or we think it may be the spirit of one of the prisoners that reverted to the time he was happiest when he was a child. Of course, the spirit's name is Sebastian. We don't know if it's Sebastian Bridges, which was executed in Nevada State Prison. Let me get that up here real quick for you guys. Sebastian Bridges, executed April 12th, 2001, for murdering Hunter Blatchford, his ex wife's lover. So we don't 100% know. It's a 50-50 guess, but it's out there. That was Tires on the Highway. So I was talking with a former teammate when I was with Sin City Paranormal. She wants me to come down to Florida and investigate the St. Augustine Lighthouse. It's definitely on the radar for next year. I think that'd be a good break. Just go down for a long weekend and be like, yeah, go investigate in Florida. Florida. And yes, I just went all hood saying that. Don't judge me. So we got some pretty active areas in there. Definitely going to be something up here. That might be us in there investigating. That's just a long ass flight though, too. Oh, gotta figure that's like a 4.5 hour flight, I think. Yeah, Vexus, that ain't gonna be a public investigation. That's gonna be a private investigation. But I'll tell you, you would have a lot more fun investigating the prison. Especially when I tell Joe or one of the guys to lock you in a fucking cell. I'm a private investigation. Well, ain't no denying that one. But we are working on something for future future. Hold on, what? Okay, nothing. Future venues for open investigations. Depending on how her book goes, there's going to be things opening up. So we're going to take that one into consideration and kind of roll with that. But yeah, sitting in a cell, fun times. Especially when you're sitting in Neil Pitney's cell. I don't know where I had more fun, sitting in execution viewing room or up in Neil Pitney's cell. I cannot wait to see what we got out of there. The fact of what the jokes we were making in there, I cannot wait to see the reactions. We didn't provoke, we antagonized. We poked, we prodded, we did everything but ask him his favorite color. Wait, I think we might have asked his mom's favorite color. Everybody that investigates now is going to see that freaking birthday card in that cell. But the strange part is, and as Susan said, the last people to investigate that building was the group I was with last year. Nobody else has been up there to investigate. So if they let people up there to investigate again, since the arc, what his favorite meal was, yes, we did. If they let us back up in there, that card's going to be sitting back in there. If it's on the ground, I'm going to be upset. But Susan and Chris said they were going to leave it up there, just to spite him, just to humor me. They're going to leave that card up in that cell indefinitely. And the fact that Susan, Chris, and well, Joe get to tell the story of Neil Pitney, how what he did to his mother, and have them say, "We left a Mother's Day card, and these crazy assholes left a Happy Birthday Mom card. We decided to leave it here," as a indefinite reminder to him that we think more about his mother than we do of him. I mean, that's pretty cold. What would have been even worse about all this is if it would have actually been his mother's birthday when we left that card up there. I wonder if there's a way to find that out. I really want to know if there's a way to find that one out. That would be cruel. I have to say that Neil Pitt reminds me of the guy that plays Trevor in GTA 5. Pretty close. The fact that it popped into my head to get a birthday card, there has to be something working in the stars for that one. Even if it's within a few days or even a couple of weeks. Hey, let your mom know we left a birthday card for her. If it's with anywhere within that vicinity of that date. Yeah. We're going to have fun with it. I'm going to see if I can research that though. If I remember, I think I even got pretty dirty with the questions regarding his mother. I think I got pretty. I think there was a couple of vulgar questions in there. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and listen and see because I know we had the digital recorder in there, we had the GoPro in there. Some straight up Norman Bates kind of shit. It really was. It's disturbing. It's just like going. He had to been just totally zooted out of his mind to do something like that. Totally high for years, not realizing what he's doing. Then comes sober and is like, wait, I did what? Yeah, just go ahead and lock me up for life. As we're sitting right now while this is playing, this is where we're at so far. I've already started typing it up. So, all evidence was analyzed, Twitch TV Incarnate Paranormal, with an audience helping analyze. Nothing was saved that the viewers did not agree on. At least 3 viewers were present at each show. An agreement was made before it was accepted as evidence. So, you guys are part of the. You guys are a part of this. So, whenever I type it out, it's being put down as I had help doing this. So when people go by and read it, they're like, yeah, he's making EVPs up. Nope, he had an audience to help him. We all did this as a team. I can't accept full credit on half of this because you guys found it. You guys heard it before I did. But anyways, guys, I truly thank you for tuning in tonight, spending an hour and a half of your life analyzing the paranormal. And we got 3 EVPs tonight. We got some unknown rustling. We got the footsteps, and we got a no. Not earth-shattering evidence, but it's evidence to add to the list. And we are 378 away from beating NSP Part 2. Deds, you have a good night as well. Vexus, Sarah, everybody else who tuned in, if you're just lurking, thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you guys tomorrow night. God bless, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks again.